We're back.
We're back.
Pink.
Pink. We love her.
We do love Pink. Courtney gets to go see Pink.
She does.
Gosh, I'm jealous.
Me too.
Where are you going to see her?
In Louisville.
When?
March 11th.
Man, that's awesome. Okay.
That's a good boyfriend right there.
That is a good boyfriend right there.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that was your Christmas present?
That was my Christmas present.
I'm so excited for you.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get in your pocket?
I know, right?
Can we go in your pocket?
I want to go.
Can we go with you? Kick them out. See, it's normal teen stuff.
I know.
Every day, normal teen. Some days we're at Mayo Clinic.
That's
what we're talking about. I mean, it's just part of what you do now, right? Okay, so we're talking about dysautonomia. After a sports injury, Courtney started passing out. Then she started having tremors, go into seizures. People are talking epilepsy. No, it's not that. Your heart's fine. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we're talking now. We've got up to the point to where they're at Mayo Clinic. They hook her up to all these leads. She's having all kinds of what they think are seizures. And now what results are we getting from Mayo?
Mayo Clinic says...
and I listen to what Mayo Clinic says, y'all.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Just saying, Mayo Clinic kind of got it going on.
What they said was they are not seizures because her brain is fine. Her brain is beautiful. So she can head a ball, and she can hit her head, and she can do all those things. She can bang her head like any teen does.
Look at me over here. I'm cringing.
I know, but she's fine. Her brain is fine.
Because I'm saying what everybody's thinking right now. Your daughter was banged up in soccer and had a concussion and started passing out.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal with dysautonomia. She could have, somebody could have randomly, they could have been playing kickball in PE, and she could have got hit in the chest, and she could have the same thing.
Okay.
Or she could have gotten a virus, and she could have the same thing.
Or physical trauma. Emotional trauma.
Absolutely. So it could have been anything.
So, if she would have sustained a brain injury to where they said her brain is delicate, she cannot take any chance with that, that's nothing to do with this.
Nothing. It just so happened that that's what hers is a result from.
Okay.
And there are some people that never know why they have dysautonomia.
So how sure are you, or how confident are you in saying the specific onset of my daughter's dysautonomia was that sports injury, trauma?
I mean, I guess you can't ever say 100% anything, but I'm going to say 99.9.
Okay.
I was there. I saw it. It's too coincidental that she was fine, and then, she played her butt off, and she got her bell rung in a big, bad way. And the next thing you know, she starts all this stuff. So Mayo Clinic says, great, this is what you do. There's no medication.
Which, yay, but nay.
Right, because I am a huge proponent of
prescription meds.
They did say, I'm not. I am not, if we can stay away from it. And I think that sort of comes from what I do for a living.
Because for a living, what do you do?
I'm a personal trainer, and I teach group exercise classes. And
you promote health and wellness.
I do.
Like Jerry Phelps.
I think I do. And I think there are so many wonderful things that you can do for yourself without modern medicine. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, the body was designed to be healthy.
It was.
Do we need to go there?
Right.
We have an immune system for a reason. We have innate intelligence in our body.
Yes. So.
Flu shot, no thanks.
They actually brought a physical therapist in, and she called me, and she said, I am so excited to talk to you. And we spent probably an hour and a half on the phone.
Oh, wow.
And she said, I'm sending home a very strict exercise program with Courtney. And I said, okay.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
It's right up your alley.
I love this. This is great. And that's why she was excited that I knew what I was talking about. So I knew what to do with her. They wanted to promote lower muscle building, lower body muscle building, core muscle building, because that helps promote blood flow.
Okay.
Because what happens to her is how you really diagnose this is you fail a tilt table test. Because she was only 14 years old, they would not give her a tilt table test, so they gave her a version of. So they basically take your blood pressure lying down, they sit you up, they wait however many seconds, they take your blood pressure again. And what should happen is when you're lying down, it's one thing, and when you sit up, it should rise about 10 points, and when you stand, it should rise about another 10. And what happens to Courtney is
the opposite.
It rises about 6 to 7 points when she sits up, and when she stands up, it drops about 20. So basically, she has blood pooling. so when she stands up, her autonomic nervous system is basically misfiring, and it's not telling her body to constrict those vessels and allow the blood flow to her head. And so, therefore, her blood pressure drops tremendously. Now, it has evened out a bit. We went 10 months without a spell. She was playing a powder puff football game, and she got smacked. Not on purpose, but it happens.
Smacked in what area of the body?
She got hit in the back.
And then right then, boom, we're back at it.
She hit the floor. She hit the ground pretty hard, and she had about a 3-minute spell.
So following the regimen, doing her exercise, what they sent home from Mayo, 10 months, nothing, got hit, and here we go.
And here's the regimen from Mayo. 30 to 60 minutes of vigorous cardiovascular activity, 6 days a week. So you get a day of rest. Lucky her. Any kind of core and lower body muscle building that you can do to promote the blood flow. 2 to 4 liters of water a day. 2 to 4 liters. Say that out loud because that's almost a gallon of water, okay? Right around a gallon of water.
And she was doing this.
She was doing it. And not wanting to, but she knew that if she didn't follow protocol, that there was no chance that she would get better.
So the minute she fell off the regimen, boom, it's coming back.
You know, not necessarily. I think it was actually the trauma that did it. But and then they encouraged her to take salt tablets. So she was 4 salt tablets a day. You increase your sodium.
Were you swollen fingers?
Not at all.
After all that water, are you kidding?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Flush.
Yeah.
So
put it in, washed it out.
Yes.
Put it in, washed it out.
And literally to increase her blood pressure.
Oh, I see.
Because over 80% of all diagnosed cases are adolescent female athletes.
Wow.
It's actually 5 to 1 girls to boys. And it kind of follows the same, we talked about this earlier, the same lines as concussions. Girls are much more susceptible to concussions than boys. And part of the reason is they are just better race. They were built better.
They were built
It really
better.
stinks, but it is true.
And that's not us being prejudiced against our own kind.
No.
Because, I mean, we'd like to think we are. But, I mean, just genetically.
They are the superior
And
race.
I say that, just like with, people are going to kill me for this, but, just like you can take the toughest, butchest chick there is, the biggest sissy baby boy.
It's not the same.
The guy still 9 out of 10 times is going to whoop her butt.
Yeah.
They just are built different.
And so she followed the regimen really well, and then you get really relaxed. You go 10 months without it, and then it starts again. And so she
disappointing?
had the wind falls right out of your sails. But
And then, there's the school factor. I mean, we only have, a little bit more than 5 minutes left, but it's like, this is a teenage girl at school.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're just at school, looking cute, going day to day, class to class, girls are mean to each other. I was a teenage girl, and I've got a teenage girl. And I'm telling you what, they're meaner to their friends.
I've got 3 teenage girls and 1 teenage boy. I understand.
So you get this.
Yes.
So
right
people
now.
at school like to say some funny ha-ha-has, don't they?
They do.
I mean, recently what happened at school when somebody was saying something about you and you weren't even there?
I wasn't even at school, but
no names.
Yeah.
No.
They
Facebook private message me. I'll tell you who it was.
Yeah. They chose to say I got carried out by a stretcher, and I wasn't even at school. So
she was at home with the flu.
Yeah.
But I love, though, that her sisters chime in on this.
They do buck up a little bit. Don't mess with the girls.
Yeah.
Don't mess with the shot.
Like, I can call my sister whatever I want, but you can't.
You cannot.
You
and
cannot.
I cannot relate to that because I am an only child.
Oh, you are. That's why you had all the babies to have
That
camaraderie
was
and
really
friendship.
cute.
Yeah. Yeah. Courtney's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but everybody, you have a support system around you. Your parents know what to do. You've had the same boyfriend. He knows what to do. You're good friends. So, I mean, and we talked about now you have gotten to where you can tell, feel this coming on. Is that right?
Yes.
And I asked you, is it later in the day or whatever? And you say, as a rule, correct me if I'm wrong, you wake up I'm feeling weird today.
If I wake up and I have a headache, I know it's not a good day. So I know I can't drive.
Now, if you wake up and have a headache, do you know for sure you might have a spell, or do you just know to be careful that day?
No, I know a difference between a headache and a spell headache. And I don't always know if I'm going to have a spell. I hope I don't. And I do everything in my power not to. But it is what it is.
Well, if you wake up and you feel okay, I feel a little off, I might have a spell today, are there things you can do starting right then that you can try to avoid it, or it's coming?
Yeah, I can I'm supposed to stay away from MSG, which I've definitely gotten away from because, I like my Cheetos. But
I know MSG's in a lot of stuff.
It is, but it causes migraines.
A lot of things. And I have to drink more water and exercise a lot.
So, are you ever scared or upset about it?
I used to be, when it first came around, but now I know that it's part of my everyday life, and I'm going to have to get past it because I'm going to have to live with it. So I might as well not dwell on it.
Do they outgrow this? Do they know? Is it called chronic? Is it called passing?
It is called chronic because there is no cure. Some people are disabled from it. Courtney seems to be one of the lucky ones, and there's a good chance that maybe after she quits growing or in her early 20s that maybe it will never come back again.
Subside.
Yeah. And I honestly, the hopeful person in me, I think it's going to happen. I think she'll kick it.
Especially staying healthy and following the regimen.
I think the hardest part is people saying, "Wait, take her to the doctor. Take her to the doctor."
Yeah.
We've done it.
You've been there.
She is beautiful on paper. You can ask any of the physicians.
Yeah.
She is a picture of health, which we are
all her faculties
very
are working.
Blessed.
And she has two very educated and smart parents that love her very much, that do everything they can to make sure. So anyway, it's dysautonomia. Tell your friends to check it out. Look it up. Don't judge a book by the cover because you never know what's going on behind the scenes. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. We'll see you next Friday. Have a good week.
Thank you for having us on.
Yeah, thank you a lot. I hope that somebody finds something in this that can help them. Look up dysautonomia if you don't know. Thanks again, Monica.
It affects everyone differently, and it's everyone's point of view. It's more than a talk show. It's a reality check. It's Reality Check with Monica Zukas.